high-ranking Nuestra Familia prison gang member Salvador Castro Jr. was sentenced Monday to 17 years and 6 months in prison after pleading guilty in January to running a drug ring out of a California prison. Castro, 51, is already serving a 26-year-to-life sentence for a third-strike offense at Pleasant Valley State Prison in Coalinga, Fresno County. In a press statement, Acting U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of California Philip Talbert said Castro pleaded guilty to using contraband cell phones in 2019 to lead a group of Norteño street gang members in Kings and Tulare counties in a cocaine and methamphetamine distribution ring. According to court documents, Castro recruited gang members, encouraged them to commit robberies, and coordinated the transportation, delivery, and resale of the drugs. The judge Monday ordered Castro to serve his federal sentence consecutively to the state sentence he had been serving. According to the plea agreement, Castro coordinated with gang associates to transport about 10 pounds of meth from the Sacramento area to a residence in Visalia. He also arranged with co-conspirators outside of prison to protect the meth during transit, and discussed plans to distribute it to buyers in the Central Valley. Castro has been serving a life sentence since 1997 for a third-strike conviction for possession of a firearm by an ex-felon. He faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years in prison and a maximum sentence of life in prison. Last year, Castro was among a group of dozens charged in federal court with running a major methamphetamine distribution and violent crime network controlled by the Norteño Street Gang and the Nuestra Familia prison gang following a 10-month multi-agency law enforcement operation. 10 members and associates of the Nuestra Familia prison gang pleaded guilty on Tuesday to drug trafficking offenses. Among them are leading figures who arranged narcotics transports from inside Fresno County's Pleasant Valley State Prison. According to court documents, in March 2019, various agencies partnered in an investigation named Operation Red Reaper into the Nuestra Familia prison gang and the Norteño Street Gang in Kings County, California. The investigation uncovered that the Nuestra Familia was responsible for large-scale trafficking of methamphetamine and cocaine, as well as various firearms offenses and other violent crimes. According to court documents, high-ranking Nuestra Familia members Salvador Castro Jr. and Raymond Lopez used contraband cell phones from inside Fresno County's Pleasant Valley State Prison to arrange the transport of illicit narcotics from drug sources in California and Mexico to a stash house in Kings County. From that stash house, gang members outside of the prison coordinated the preparation and delivery of the drugs to distributors throughout Kings and Tulare counties. Castro had already been serving a life sentence since 1997 for a third-strike conviction for possession of a firearm by an ex-felon. While Lopez was serving a 21-year term since 2013 for assault with a semi-automatic firearm with a street gang enhancement at the time of his arrest in this case. At the conclusion of the operation, federal charges were brought against 23 of those defendants, with the remaining being charged by the Kings County District Attorney's Office. Last Tuesday, the following defendants pleaded guilty: Raymond Lopez, 35, of Pleasant Valley State Prison; Jesse Juarez, 32, of Visalia; Daniel Juarez, 30, of Visalia; Michael Rocha, 40, of Visalia; Angel Montez, 26, of Visalia; Rafael Lopez, 41, of Visalia; Manuel Barrera, 28, of Kettleman City; Joanne Bernal, 36, of Armona; Ramon Amador, 33, of Riverdale; and Raul Lopez Jr., 51, of Visalia. 2 co-defendants have been sentenced after pleading guilty. On May 24, 2021, 52-year-old Salvador Castro Jr., of Fresno, was sentenced to 17 years and 6 months in prison, and on July 11, 2022, 36-year-old Manuel Garcia, of Armona, was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Barrera, Amador, Montes, and Raul Lopez are scheduled to be sentenced on March 6, 2023, and the remaining defendants are scheduled to be sentenced on March 20, 2023. They face a range of mandatory minimum sentences from between 5 to 15 years in prison and a range of maximum sentences, including up to life in prison.